what's the purpose if it don't just go live? I don't know. Look, y'all, I'm on. Okay. Look, I'll get ready to say, look, y'all, I'm trying to find the light. Now I gotta turn the volume down. Okay. Come on now. Get it together. Where did it go? Which way did it go? Which way did it go? Oh, okay, there it goes. No, that's not it. You clown you. Oh, okay. So it's letting you know that you could. She's smart sometimes. Sometimes she gets smart. Sometimes she gets smart. All right, all right, all right, you guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, 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 y'all. It is Sylvie 414, and I is Sylvie, your rough ass lady, coming to bring you just a little bit of that 414, that one in the middle, just for a little bit of balance. You see things your way. Y'all, I'm gonna be reaching down for my drink because it looked a little, I don't know if I said I had technical difficulty. I did tell you I had technical difficulties with the table, but my drink looked like it was gonna slide off my little makeup right here. But just interval, you see things your way, I may see things my way. But if we come together and just try to learn how to have some effective communication, we can at least get some understanding. Understanding is not going to ever mean that you condone what someone does. Just get some understanding, that's all. That is ours. So y'all, I hope y'all have been having a wonderful day. I hope your week has gone fantastic. If it has not gone fantastic, we still got time to make it better. We in control. And that's easier said than done. I promise y'all. That's easier said than done. But we are in control of how our day goes. We are in control of if we are in control of if we are going to allow the day to get on top of us or if we're gonna be on top of the day. It's all like like we have a choice. We always have a choice. Now, y'all see my title. My title has said one thing for sure and two things for certain, and that's just that Sylvie extra. One thing for sure and two things for certain. What you won't do is say Sylvie ain't been on it. From September of 2023, when I entered into the vehicle of Mrs. Tanisha Johnson. One thing for sure and two things for certain. It ain't even just days. Today, within hours, within hours, that Google page changed. I went in and I texted Tanisha because I went in and I checked the Google page to see if there was anything. I'm checking the Google page to see just what I saw today. That they have gone in and updated, and it's not just old news. Everything that you were seeing about it prior to last week, excuse me, the most recent thing that you would have seen would have been March. And if I'm not mistaken, I think March was when they started talking about the motions. I didn't get the motions from that article. I don't even know if that article was out because that might be the motions article. I don't know that I went in and opened that March article. I might go in and see after the fact. It's a who. I've been checking on a regular basis. Today I went up there. You saw old news first, and then I went down and I saw a local news channel had covered it yesterday. I scrolled a little further, old news, a little further, another local channel, WTAJ. Shout out to WTAJ. I'm gonna get y'all what the other one is too. But y'all see them. Y'all see what's in my title description. MSN got that jank. Twitter got that jank. Stop playing with me. For one thing for sure, and two things for certain. And let me make myself perfectly clear. Because what I don't do, anybody out here growing a page, gonna chase some clout. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You guys like, share, and subscribe would be a wonderful thing, a wonderful thing. Anybody out here growing a page is chasing some clout. You feel me? Well, one thing for sure and two things for certain. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna always give you where I got it from. I'm gonna always give you where I got it from. That's point blank, period. So back in September, after I got it from the horse's mouth, because you remember I had said I had got in Tanisha's car, and God started that conversation, and we had a whole conversation. And I was like, can I said, can look, I'm trying to see, because it looks like I have, oh, this might not work for what I'm trying to see, because I'm not logged into my Google. So I can't see those comments that's way over there. Word to my mother. I thought I was doing the thing, y'all. I should have logged into my Google. Oh, that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate because I was really trying to interact with the chat. That's why I got me a whole device, because I think that my phone just has gone kaput. My phone went kaput. So I'm gonna have to be trying to figure things out to be able to interact with my chat, and because I need another that phone before I even think about another that phone. Look, but the way they God be blessing me, I'm not concerned about any of it right now. I'm just bringing this info. So after I had gotten into Tanisha's lift, because her life had been turned topsy-turvy because her husband, who cooperated, mind you, I don't know if I ever said that. He cooperated all the way down the line, up until the time that they came to his house and took him down in front of his children and took him to Pennsylvania. Yeah, he cooperated. So, Tanisha said to me, go check out the real Dana. Go check out the real Dana. She said, there's two. One of them is going to be myself and defense attorney Jonathan Sims. And just, excuse me, I got a little distracted because I really, really thought that I was going to be able to, but I'm on somebody else's YouTube. I wonder, I'm finna try something, y'all. Give me a minute. Lost. The people is trying to see if they can sign in. No, that's watch it on TV. I don't want to do that. Let's see if maybe if I do it this way, but probably still not, because we signed into his Google. Oh well, look, y'all. I didn't even mean to do that. It's not going to. It's not gonna let me. me. So, oh well. But anywho, so back to what I was saying. So when she told me to go check out the real Dana, and y'all, I apologize. I'm sitting over here. I'm trying. I don't know how to look. I'm still 50. I'm 50, learning technology. Uh, I went in there and grabbed my friend's tablet, thinking, okay, if I just pull up my page, I'm gonna be able to interact. But no, it's just like I'm coming in. But I don't understand, because if I go on another podcaster's chat and watch their podcast, I could see all of their chat. So I don't know why I can't see what y'all are doing over there on this phone. I'm not quite sure. Excuse me, on this tablet. I'm not quite sure why it's working out that way. So I apologize. I apologize profusely, y'all, but I can't see I can't see no comments over there. So I ain't gonna be able to interact, because I can't see them over there and I can't see them over here. But what I will do is, no, I won't do that either, because this is not my YouTube. This is. Um, but the second show was gonna have Judge Joe Brown on it, who said that he believed that this could be a landmark case. Now, I told y'all I saw MSN. Excuse me. I scrolled down from the WTAJ article, and that's where I saw MSN. Now fast forward about 45 minutes after that, because I called my aunt. I told her about the case, because I haven't told her about it. I hadn't told her about it up until today. Then my peoples came over here, and I told him, I was like, MSN. I said it ain't no long story that they posted, but MSN done posted about this case as well. So I go in, I text Tanisha. Tanisha, do you know that MSN done text about this case? She did not text me back immediately. When she texted me back, she said, "Wow, really? I did not know." It was 6:22 p.m. I said, they probably just getting out of court. So I went back to the internet so that I could screenshot MSN.com. When I tell you the whole internet had done changed, the whole internet in just 45 minutes, maybe an hour, hour and a half at tops. The whole internet, I said they had just got out of court. About 2 more newspapers. So it's probably at this point about 4 or 5 new articles. However, I could not find MSN. I said, where did MSN article go? Y'all not what you not getting ready to do is set up this piece and make me look like I'm crazy, because I know it was a whole MSN article thing. So I went to MSN.com. Because I like to be right when I know I'm right. When I think I'm right, that's something different. But when I know I'm right, I don't like to not be right. Stop playing with me. Don't y'all like to be right when y'all know y'all right? Period. Hey, testing, testing. That's what the heck? Dude, is I got the wrong thing plugged up? I was wondering why I wasn't Y'all give me a minute, cause my mic don't sound right at all. My mic ain't right. Check 2. My mic ain't right. Check 3. What? Oh, Philip gonna kill me. Oh my God, 45, 48. Um, I'm not understanding. Look at here. Hold up for a minute, y'all, cause I don't know what's going on. Like my mic, did my mic really stop working? Cause the phone charging. The tablet charging. But the mic ain't working. Is my headphones plugged in? This is some. Well, if it ain't one thing, it's another. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I thought. Let's see if this works. Have a lot of cords over here, you guys. Hey, guess what? Now let me turn it down. Because, oh my goodness, nobody wants it to be in their ears that loud. Oh my gosh, y'all don't understand that. I have to drink some water because one thing for sure, two things for certain. That just made me really, really hot. Y'all have to understand that I be challenged. That stuff frustrates the hell out of me. And God knows that that is the epitome of God saying, don't allow your buttons to be pushed. It's not always gonna be about a person. Just had to bend down there and go through all of those wires to figure out why my mic was not on. It's a lot of things down there. Please bear with me one moment. Look, I done came to y'all last night, told y'all new judge, new rules. Morico walked in that courthouse, ain't know what was going on. Piece of God had to come down over him. Let me say this. I said that I needed to be sure that I said this. And I said before, one thing for sure and two things for certain. I do not have compassion for the McWater and Daniels family. Guess what? I know their story personally. I know their story personally. And I'm going to tell you this about my experience. Because all that I want is total justice. I want the right person. That's all I want here. Y'all see, I said, if that is an innocent man behind bars, he's not supposed to be there. I don't care how our emotions want to take it. All I want, in my case, my family went through this in 2012. We went through this double REDRUM. In 2012, I just got finished telling my girlfriend this morning, or excuse me, last night, sometime on the last 24 hours. When she said that she be having meltdowns over her mom, who she just lost. Baby, I said, with my mom, I said, God gave us peace. I said, but one thing for sure and two things for certain. That thing that went down in 2012, meltdown city at any given time. It's 2024. At any given time. I don't melt down over any of the rest of them the way that I melt down over December 2012. And I say December 2012 because we got hit all 2012. My family got hit alls of 2012. But December was mind-blowing because that was 2 times over. And we had just got finished getting hit in November. So, buddy, baby, I understand. But if there is an innocent man behind bars, that scripture we gonna talk about today, gonna talk about just weights. God like just weights, God like balance, God like integrity, God like honesty. Y'all know I told y'all last night, Sims was speaking about investigative malpractice. And I'm gonna give y'all a little bit of what he's speaking about, not the officers, because the officers were speaking to state troopers and all of that stuff like that. What I'm supposed for 4 hours. 4 hours. That's a long time to be sitting up on the bench talking. But if you got something you gotta say, well, get out. You got something you gotta say, or get out. Y'all, I'm gonna say this. One thing for sure and two things for certain. I'm finna pat myself on my back in real time. Oh, wait a minute. Let me go this way. Oh, cause that don't like pat back. No, pat. Why has she patted herself on the back? Cause she has been live 4 days this week. Thank God said 5. Thank God said Sunday through Thursday. I just missed last night. I was so out of whack yesterday. Look here. Look at here. I went to the grocery store yesterday morning. I thought I was coming back home, but that man had to go do some things. So he took me to do some things with him for my girlfriend. And so I put my groceries in her refrigerator and I sat with her all the day long, Nancy. I sat with Nancy all the day long. That's that Nancy. I'm cutting up that video about that Nancy that said you gotta speak to people. Even though they don't want to be spoken to, you gotta speak to them. Who knows what you miss out when you don't? But that too, by the time he did everything, he was doing bushes over her house and everything. She was doing in the garage. He was doing this, that, and the other over there. And by the time we got back over here, I was just hot over there anyway, cause my girlfriend don't gotta have no whole lot of air on in her house. She reminded me of my grandmama. I was hot, and then I had to walk out of the house about 2 times to go to the car. And I was hotter, and then I came back in and just never felt like I get unhot until I came home. Once I came home and got unhot, all of those burgers that I had been thinking about all day long because I thought I was so tired. And then she was like, well, cook them on the stove. And I was like, nobody wants to cook them on the stove because they already wanted them on the grill. Grill burgers ain't like stove burgers. They are different. They not like them. They not like them. They not like them. Oh, excuse me. In my Kendrick Lamar voice, I don't own any of the rights to that. I'm going to go ahead and take a wild guess that Lucian Grange owns that while y'all is going back and forth between all of this Kendrick and Drake and Kendrick and Lucian Grange making all's the money. All's the Kendrick money. All's the Drake money. Lucian Grange making all's the money. All's the money. Sips Pepsi Lucian. Oh my goodness. So I'm gonna read the scripture right quick. Cause all I got for y'all is updates on this trial. Go Google it now. I'm telling y'all, like, share, and subscribe. Y'all can go Google it. Y'all can check out my playlist, the Morico Johnson playlist. Cause I shared that joke on every platform that I saw a story today. Yeah, y'all want to see a playlist? Here you go. Got a playlist for you. Been following this since September of last year. Real Dana. I don't know if I mentioned her name. Real Dana is where I got the story from. So if y'all want to go check out the Real Dana, that's where you're going to find the interview with Judge Joe Brown. And if you just type in Morico Johnson's name, and his name is in the description, um, it'll pull up. Real Dana is what's going to come up first. Yeah. So go check it out. Go check out Real Data. Go check out my playlist. I appreciate y'all. We're going to read this word. Then we're going to get into... Oh, right quick. Y'all, look. I have been so busy. Trying to make sure that I be prepared and be trying to make sure that I be on this live and be doing what the God has said. I would love for y'all to go check out my Avon store. I have 4 more days left on my campaign, y'all. I got a $40 goal to meet. If y'all can help a sister out on her new Avon campaign, I got 4 more days. I'm going to drop that link. I was going to drop it in the link for the live, but when I cut it up in the short, I'm going to drop the link. I'm mad that I don't have it like right there in that link. I'm going to probably go in and add it on the live as well. But yeah, when I cut it up into a short, I'll make sure that I have the link. And I appreciate y'all in advance. Now, yeah. Look at them word read. My glasses feel like they're trying to do things and stuff, but I done had them for a couple of years. Is it 2 years at this point? I don't know, but I need to find out. I just need them to tighten them or something, because they get loose because my face big. Welcome, you guys. I apologize. I cannot interact with the chat. My phone has gone kaput, and I'm using someone's tablet, and I didn't sign into my um, YouTube. So yeah, it's not letting me see the chat. And I think I would like have to sign out of his Google and into my Google, and nobody wants to do that. Nobody wants to do that at all. So please apologize that I can't see you in the chat, that I can't interact with the chat in the way that I would like to interact with the chat. But on to the word. And it's what better number than 111? That's my birthday, you know. Proverbs 11 and 1. A false balance is abomination to the Lord, but a just weight is his delight. That balance might seem just. You almost, you remember how I said wisdom and folly sit side by side? If you ain't paying close attention, you'll choose folly thinking you choose wisdom, but wisdom always is going to show herself, I promise you, if you're attentive, if you're paying attention to detail. Same rules apply. When those balances and those weights are unjust, they can be but the smallest bit of unjust. So they could look like that, but it's gonna be little things that you'll see that'll be done, and they'll keep being done and keep being done. That's gonna let you know something about that ain't right. It look right. It seem right. It feel right. It kind of even act right, but something off. Yeah. That's what attention to detail did. God is still teaching me attention to detail. God is teaching me attention to detail. I be so nosy. I be so nosy on I need to turn my notifications for text messages off as well when I come live. Cause I be trying to see who be over there texting me. Um God taught me attention to detail. God is teaching me attention to detail. And God is teaching me not to allow my buttons to be pushed. I was gonna say, and God is teaching me how to be more in control of my emotions, but it not allowing your buttons to be pushed is the epitome of being in control of your emotions. I just said to God today, Lord, don't let me be emotionless. I know you don't want us to be emotional, but I tend sometimes to go all the way to the other end of the spectrum. So Lord, help me to stay in the middle. I don't want to be in totally, because I be sitting up here talking to people about totally, so I dare not desire to live my life in totally, Lord. Now, and guess what? These things mostly happen to the poor, the disadvantaged, the underdog. That ain't really got nobody to fight for. It's easy to go in and do your little. Get what else they gonna do? Get what else they gonna do? They might even come in and keep saying, "I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry." Deceit. Those are unjust balances. Fraud of any kind. All fraudulent practices. Unjust balances. Just balances are going to look a little more like honesty, integrity, which are the foundations of our social duty. And that's not to say that you ain't gonna never tell a lie in your life, but you're not walking around living to do things underhanded, or walking around practicing walking in underhanded practices as though they are right, so that you can keep the disadvantaged at a disadvantage. You feel me? That's all. Now I'm going to tell y'all about Morico and get off the line. So, the trial actually started on Tuesday. You know, I told y'all they had the jury selection on Monday. Trial started on Tuesday. It was supposed to start at 9 a.m. But they went in and began to make changes to the motions. I spoke to y'all yesterday and said, Christine sent me that article talking about the son was going to testify. Wait a minute, hold up, y'all. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So, oh, I apologize. So the Judge Lane said, get out. Y'all got to go. Y'all ain't got to go home, but y'all got to get up out of here so we can go ahead on and get these motions um, redone. New judge, new rules. So, Tanisha said to me that one of the family members followed her to her car on that day. That would have been Tuesday. And I told her, she said her husband told her the same thing. But I said to her, you need to make sure that you have someone walking with you to your car. Because right now you have a family that is hurt. They don't know what is going on. They want someone guilty. And right now, the only people that they have in front of them are Morico and his family. My prayer is that emotions don't take you there. Because that would have been, like, that was scary for me when she told me. So I can only imagine how she felt because she only has herself and her aunt up there. And they are deep. McWaters and the Daniels, even the articles said that there was a lot of family and friends in the courthouse. But Tanisha told me. When she was talking to me today, she said there's so much going on. She said if you're not in the courthouse, it's really, really hard to explain. So I am taking what she says. At this point, I have my few articles. I have the articles that are on Google. She's sending me stuff straight from someone. I think this journalist. I don't know if she's in the courthouse, but Tanisha's calling her by name. The journalist that's doing it from the Huntington Daily News.com. Tanisha calls her by name. I saw her name at the bottom of the article yesterday, but I can't remember what it is. Um, so yeah, I'm bringing y'all what I got. I've been bringing y'all what I have since I got out of Tanisha's car, and she advised me that it was okay for me to speak on this story. So I'm gonna keep on bringing it. Now, I told y'all that what I got. We'll start it off by telling y'all to follow the trail of the blood. Y'all remember I told y'all there was some spots of blood that were found as far as DNA, but that's DNA. All that I'm saying is that's DNA. But it took a picture. That's where I just would like to get for the understanding to come together for me. Cause it took a picture. He gave y'all his DNA, but it took a picture for you to go arrest him. He gave y'all his DNA. If I'm not mistaken. He gave a sample of his DNA. But it took a picture, a DNA phenotype, for you to go and arrest him. Or we'll want you to follow the trail of the blood. Follow the trail of the blood, we'll say it. So Tanisha said that, and I remember her telling me that before. There's somebody out there that admitted to it, but that person is now deceased. So she said that person's family, the family members from that person's family, are scheduled to testify. The first person that took the stand was the young lady that Kaleem. Kaleem is Christine's son. Kaleem, he was 4 at the time. He ran to a neighbor's house. It said, one of the articles said that the neighbor whose home he ran to was he used to play with her son all the time. They were friends. So she was like, "Why is he running over here?" She couldn't understand, and I'm pretty sure she was probably totally blown. Like, it's a baby. You know, he was 4. He was a baby. It's the middle of the night, and he's at her house. And then she takes him back to the house, and they find what they find. So she was the first one to testify. Um, but then I don't know if Tanisha said that Jonathan asked her or if the DA asked her when she had seen Morico, and she was like, "Who is Morico?" And she ain't have to know him. She ain't have to know him if she ain't know him, but she was sitting at his trial, like saying like she was jumping like, I ain't never see the defendant. I'm just look, words stick out to me sometimes, so I just be listening to the words. Gonna tell you some more words in one of these articles in a minute. Words stick out to me. I don't know. She also said, Tanisha said that Christine's the father of her children, his name keeps coming up. Excuse me. When Colleen was on the stand, because you know Judge Wilson, first and foremost, the baby said he was blanc. So when Colleen was 4, Colleen said he was blanc. And then over the years, things must have changed because then Judge Lane was like, no, Colleen can't sing like a bird on the stand. Now, Tanisha says that was because people were talking to him about things. And then he saw Morico and said, yes, that was him. Now, there's this story with words in it. Again, this story got words in it, and I be just trying to understand the words that be coming out of people's mouth and out of people's fingers and pens and stuff. Because this story says that he looked out of the room and he seen somebody that he thought was his daddy. Now, I don't know everybody's children, but I know a lot of body children. I do. And most of the body children that I know that was 4, they know exactly who their daddy is. That's my opinion right there. But I know a lot of body's children. They knew who their daddy was when they were 4. Unless they just didn't know who their daddy was. But I knew who my daddy was when I was 4. And my daughter knew who their daddy was when they was 4. And my brother knew who his daddy was when he was 3, because my brother knew everything when he was 3. Ask him a question, he always was 3. But I said all that to say, Colleen, and by the way, y'all, God told me to lighten it, so yeah, what God say goes around this piece. I be trying to tell people what God say goes. God told me to lighten it, so if y'all hear me laughing, I'm not laughing at anyone's pain or anything to that effect. God told me to lighten it. So around here on these platforms, it's lighter. Um, so Colleen sees this person. He's peeping out his room door. He sees this person. He thinks it's his dad. He goes up and he hugs his daddy's leg. And it wasn't his daddy. Why somebody even let the baby hug the leg of somebody that won't his daddy? Like, why is you letting your baby walk around hugging legs? Would be my question. That would be my question. Because I would think that the baby know the daddy, and then, but then the baby went back in the room. And every question that Ethan Wilk asked him, he had an answer to. But then when Jonathan asked him, Jonathan Sims, the defense attorney asked, what he knew about his mother, he said he only knew what they told her, what they told him. about his mom. And I'm gonna say this: the way that Tanisha gave it to me, and it could have been paraphrased, made me feel like he was asking specifically about that night. That's what I received. I'm not saying that's what she was dishing. That's what I received. We have not had an opportunity to talk about that. We were going to talk about it just a few ago. Well, her boo called and she had to get off the phone. Um, but when I went and read it in the article presented it now to the, mind you, Tanisha said also don't believe everything in the articles ain't how it is. Now I'm gonna say this with all due respect, cause all that I'm coming up here is telling y'all what I started hearing. It's a whole bunch of stuff about mainstream media and lamestream media. These ain't my words. These is the podcaster words that my fellow podcasters out here that's teaching me some things and some stuff. But see, even before I got on the social media, um, even before I got on the social media, it was a boo telling me that the mainstream is kind of gonna lead you astray. Cause when they tell you something, it's already been done. They might tell you like it's something coming, but it's already been done. So, what the heck was I? How did I get to the news? I don't know. I don't know. I'm tired, y'all. I've been going. Then my baby came back today, so I started back to work today. I didn't told her that this morning. I was like, oh, he was like, good morning. We on our way. Oh, okay, yay. And I meant yay from the bottom of my heart. Because I be missing her. And she been gone since last Wednesday. I ain't seen the baby since last Wednesday. And we be together every day. But I was like, yay, okay. I wasn't expecting her to tomorrow. But cool beans. All good. Um, I don't know where I was going or what it even. I don't know what that news thing was all about, y'all. Please forgive me that count that to my tiredness. But oh yes. Okay. So when I went in and I read the article, it made it sound as though the question was more so memories. How are you getting? What do you know about the memories of your mother? And then he's responding, I only know what they tell me. Well, either thing sounds good because the way I received it, like I said from Tanisha, was about this case, not about the memories. And if it look, if this is just my opinion, it would make sense. Like what need would Jonathan Sims have to ask the baby about the memories of his mother? This ain't a case about that. We trying to get to the bottom of what happened to your mother. So if he asked that question, it's like how are you getting any info about your mother? So either way it can tie in. How you getting information about your mother? I get it from him. He was four. And he ain't remember his daddy, y'all. He didn't know his daddy, and he said that the man was blind. His story has changed several times. When he got down off the stand, I think I put a little quiver in Ethan Wills' boots. Now I'm gonna fast forward a little bit because I'm gonna get to why Tanisha said what she said, but she said Ethan Will was emotional in the courtroom. I don't know if that was today or yesterday. But what I said is everything I read about Ethan Will has come across as emotional. Y'all know I've been calling Ethan Wilt name out through this whole thing, and you come across that little bit emotional. That's all. That's a little bit emotional, a little bit on this side totally or that side totally or somewhere. A little need to come a little closer to balance, all. Cause when she said emotional, she brought color into it. I didn't. She said, I ain't supposed to be sitting in here under that boy like that. That boy ain't supposed to be getting the best of me. You know, it felt a little something like that. I'm just telling you how I felt when she was telling me how Will was acting. You know, she said it seemed like had a problem with the fact that Jonathan seemed like he was one upping on Ethan. Come on. Can our principles and our work ethic speak for us? Can we not be acting like if you ain't put in the work like you supposed to put in the work that you gonna get the result that you think you gonna get? Ain't no sense in getting mad either. Ain't no sense in being emotional. Boy, you best let it go. You just wanna get on with this case. Got a whole nother week. Get what? They done been in there about all the week. They done been in there about all the week. Tanisha said the family is still waiting for them to tell them how Morico did it. Why Morico did it. What motive he had what motive he had to be wired, because he was going to be wired for days and days and days after that. Travel up and down that road like that and then go work double shifts. In my opinion, that was just somebody, if they did it like that, you just totally off your rocker, but this seemed more calculated than totally off your rocker. That just seemed totally off your rocker. I'm just going down here, what in the world, you ain't playing, there was no plan there. I'm just saying, I'm just saying. Tanisha said that the jury is, I told y'all it was 5 women and 7 men. She said it's a mixed jury of young and old, and I was like, Lord, I bless you, because that gonna bring, I believe, a little more balance. Because when we look, I'm gonna tell you from me, some people don't like to look at themselves. But you know that thing about old dogs and new tricks and all that stuff like that? There's real talk to that. I have to give younger people credit, because even younger people that come from places who, families that feel like Ethan, that legitimately feel like how Tanisha felt like Ethan felt in that courtroom standing against Jonathan. There are people out there that literally and legitimately feel that way. However, their youngers are fighting against that. I praise God for the youngers. They don't know everything, and everybody want to be talking about these millennials and all that. They going down there. They don't know everything, but neither do we. Neither have we ever all. But well, one thing for sure and two things for certain. I believe they're more apt to judge someone by their character and take some critical thought to something and a balanced view than an old dog that don't want to learn no new tricks. So my hope and my prayer is that if there are old dogs in there, once they get in there and get to intermingling with them youngins, any thoughts of prejudice and unjust weights will be levied out. No weapon formed. No weapon formed. WJAC, Channel 6 WJAC was the first article that I read. It said that there were three state patrolmen that testified. One of them testified for 4 hours. They were basically and mainly questioned about the forensic unit work that was done at the crime scene. Now, Sims did argue that There were several discrepancies in the investigation, and he argued that the police lacked in collecting significant evidence from the crime scene. And that was speaking about some spots of blood that they didn't get up. They said it was spots of blood that they didn't get up because they believed that it belonged to the victim. And again, I question that those words because I don't know nothing about nothing when it comes to investigating and everything like that. But how you assume? Because that belief is a thought. I mean, it's a thought. It's a strong thought. But it's how you feel. It's your emotions. So, as a forensic, look, I be watching CSI, and they be having guts, but then they go do the work to make sure that their gut is paired with what's what I'm looking for? The work. Because I can't think of the word that I'm looking for. They make sure that there is proof, receipts to back their gut. So you didn't have a receipt to back that gut. You left some blood there, and you said, "I believe that that belongs to the victim." Could Morico say, I believe"? No, he ain't even say, "I believe." He just said, "I ain't do it." But y'all can say, "I believe the blood belongs to the victim." Woo! Can't go back and get that blood now. Look, Sam said, he said, and he said again, that young lady was trafficking on a major level. The people's been watching her from all around. And when he said it in court, he said multiple troopers testified that there were narcotics on the scene. There were drugs in the house. There's some drugs in this house. There's some drugs in this house. There's some drugs in this house. There's some drugs in. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me. They had 100 pieces of evidence from the scene. 100. Bullet casings, crime scene photos, autopsy evidence. 100 pieces of evidence. Some of it was so graphic that they said family members. Now I'm gonna say what Tanisha said. Tanisha said it was her daughter. And her daughter was affected when she walked in and saw Morico. And I understand because family. I said that last night. She's learning about her mother the same way that Colleen, from what everybody tells her. So if the word is out that it's Morico, then of course when she sees this man, she's going to be emotional. But ooh, God dang, I don't look. Going back to 2012, we didn't see crime scene photos, but we did have to forever walk in that house and see that blood spatter until they knocked that house down. I was glad for the day when they knocked my aunt Trailer down. Cause we were just going in there. People were going in there. Every time you went in there, you was gonna see all the blood that was still left in there. So it can be emotional. Is what the whole thing. I did not go to the trial. I don't think the right person is and I didn't say that in the beginning when I was telling our story. I don't think the right person is locked up. He is a right person, but he's not the right person. He not the one. He not the one that gave the order. That's another gut. A gut, might I add, and that was why God was still dealing with me with just walking in my gut. But a gut, might I add, that many people's in the street have come to me. I ain't said nothing about my gut out loud. But many people in the street, up to and including my ex-husband, who has been, I have two daughters by the man, they is 29 and 31, so he's a big part of my family. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Where was I? Okay, so now on to WTAG, TAJ. Now this is the station when I saw the MSN article, in parentheses they had WTAJ as if they got their information from WTAJ and just posted it. And it's like I said, when I be out here hollering Queen, I'm down here with the D Ringo, love the T Tasha K, ABL, cause I be hollering some nice Spidey. I can go on for hours and hours and hours. But when I be doing that, that's citing my sources. You learned that when you were learning to write papers. You have to cite your sources. So they cited WTAJ in the parentheses, but MSN reported on this story, baby, already. Like it's only been going on for 3 days, technically. The trial. I'm not talking about jury selection. Today made day number 3. So WTAGA, where did they go? So WTAGA. Oh, okay. Said the police said they were both in a bed with gunshot wounds and no sign of a struggle. So I'm wondering, did somebody? Because my cousin was asking me like, were they tied up or something like that? And when I answered her, I said I think that they were in bed. That's what I said last night, like in their own bed. But this article is saying in a bed as if they were in one bed. So I know it wasn't anything nefarious because that was an aunt and her niece. But did the suspects lay them in the bed? Like did they place them there? Was my concern when I read the article. Like that just struck me as a little just odd. I don't know. Just me, y'all. Just me. Just me. Let's see what else I got here. Okay. It's Ethan Book, man. That's why I said to me, just say he was bullshit in the courtroom. He done went now. Morico was working in Mount Union. Excuse me, Mount Vernon, New York. He was correctional officer in Mount Vernon. So Ethan Will is on this eye color. He's trying to make Morico's eyes the same color as the DNA phenotype. And so he goes and he gets the I want to say Tanisha said that his license or something said that the eyes said green or something to that effect. But Jonathan, the judge, by the time it was all said and done, he went and got a gun shop owner to come to court to testify that Morico's eyes were green. Morico has gray eyes. The DNA phenotype is looking for green eyes, but the judge did not accept her testimony. He sided with Sims on that. So she says that after the judge did that, that's when he got emotional. Like, not this boy, not this boy. I didn't want Ethan Wells to get in control of your emotions, sir, and just handle this in the very most professional, ethical, integrous, honest way. That's all. Y'all, today we have talked about everything that has gone on in this case up until now. It started on Tuesday. Hello, beautiful. The God loves just weights and balances, integrity, honesty, good moral standing, good character, things like that. He not always gonna be all good. Sometimes we gonna do some nefarious things in my Queen Amadaya voice. But for the most part, you should not be practicing nefariousness as a living, especially if you have a relationship with the Most High God, because the goal is to be the best you. The goal is to feel that pounding when you know that something is going on that is not the best you, and see what we have to do to get on a road to making that a better you in daily work. Beautiful, I thank you for sitting with me, Miss Phil. Sylvie loves you, and I am not. Dang it, I dropped my soda. Oh, well, thank you guys. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Paxton, Michael Bonner, Elliot, Albert. I appreciate y'all. I'm out.